digital platforms like PSPF, available on www.pspf.org.zm. Download the mobile app on Google Play Store and App Store, or use the USSD code *3434# for easy access to all pension services. Public Service Pensions Fund, keeping the pension promise.
The news.
Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to our news, the headlines. Former Secretary to the Treasury, Fredson Yamba, and former Foreign Affairs Minister, Joseph Malangi, have been sentenced to 3 and 4 years imprisonment with hard labor, respectively. The Patriotic Front PF Tonse Alliance has raised concerns over the alleged marginalization of small-scale miners, commonly known as Jerabos, by the New Dawn government. The Medical for Quality Healthcare in Zambia has expressed concern regarding the government's recent decision to implement mandatory HIV testing for all individuals seeking medical care. The race for the 2025-2026 Golden Boot in the Zambian Premier League, ZPL, Eden University Women's Super League, is heating up, with 4 players currently tied at the top of the scoring chart. Join me with the details shortly.
The news. 88.5 Sun FM.
To present the news, my name is Mwema Shanshima. And now the details. Former Secretary to the Treasury, Fredson Yamba, and former Foreign Affairs Minister, Joseph Malangi, have been sentenced to 3 and 4 years imprisonment with hard labor, respectively. Mr. Yamba has been sentenced to 3 years imprisonment with hard labor for abuse of office, with charges stemming from his unauthorized approval of 108 million kwacha to Zambia's mission in Turkey, bypassing standard budgetary procedures and procurement protocols. The court found that his action undermined parliamentary oversight and opened the door to misapplication of public funds. Delivering judgment, the magistrate emphasized that custodial sentencing was necessary to deter future abuse of office, stating that Mr. Yamba's conduct compromised the integrity of public financial management. Meanwhile, Mr. Malangi was convicted on 7 counts of possession of property suspected to be proceeds of crime. Among the assets linked to his case were 2 helicopters, a hotel in Kitwe, and residential properties in Lusaka's Silverest Gardens. The court found that the accusations were inconsistent with his declared income and involved fictitious contracts designed to obscure the origin of funds. Government has welcomed the verdicts, describing them as a reaffirmation of the rule of law and a warning to those who misuse public office. However, opposition figures have criticized the rulings, calling the convictions selective justice and accusing government of targeting former Patriotic Front officials. The Patriotic Front PF Tonse Alliance has raised concerns over the alleged marginalization of small-scale miners, commonly known as Jerabos, by the New Dawn government. The alliance claims that the removal of the miners from operational sites has deprived them of their primary source of income. Copperbelt Youth Information and Publicity Secretary Humphrey Kawe expressed dismay over the situation, stating that youths across the province, particularly in Chingola and Chililabombwe, are increasingly sympathizing with the plight of Jereboes. According to Mr. Kabwe, the miners have been left stranded following their displacement from mining areas, which he described as their sole means of livelihood. Mr. Kabwe further noted that the affected miners have made repeated appeals to government officials for dialogue and guidance on the way forward. However, he alleged that the calls have gone unanswered, exacerbating frustration among the youth.
It is totally unfair for the UPND ministers, mayors, and MPs to begin threatening and arrogantly call the people that voted for them as illegal miners instead of addressing their concerns. We challenge the UPND government through the Minister of Mines, Mr. Paul Kabuswe, to tell the residents in Chingola and Chilavombwe why they have failed to address the concerns of Jereboes on the copper belt despite their effort to reach to you. You promised to offer them alternatives, but surprisingly, nothing has happened. These people have families which they need to feed. Thus, the need for you to quickly respond to their challenges rather than remain mute or responding arrogantly.
In response, UPND Copperbelt Youth Chairperson William Hinyama defended government's position, emphasizing that the administration will not condone unsafe mining practices that endanger the lives of young people. He cited past incidents where youths lost their lives while engaging in illegal mining activities, underscoring the need for regulated operations. Mr. Hinyama stated that government is actively issuing licenses to small-scale miners to ensure that mining activities are conducted legally and safely. He also clarified that most tailing dams and dump sites are owned by private mining companies and that the UPND leadership is currently in negotiations with the firms to fulfill their corporate social responsibility obligations.
We are not going to be killing our youths. Youth must legalize their businesses, do it safely, apply for artisanal mining licenses, and you know that youth and many other people across the country, they are getting licenses. Just recently, the president was in the Northwestern. You have seen that he said artisanal mining licenses should be given to our youth who are scavenging for God. So this is the president who means well. So the incidents in Chingola and Chilavombwe, I would say yes, they are unfortunate, but I want to tell you that these issues are just motivated by us politicians and the opposition. They are so disparate to dent the image of President Hakainde, which they cannot manage. He's above, far above them, and the bar of the president has been raised very far. For us, Hakainde Hichilema for 2026, it doesn't have a competitor.
The Medical for Quality Healthcare in Zambia has expressed concern regarding the government's recent decision to implement mandatory HIV testing for all individuals seeking medical care. Executive Director Dr. Quincy Mwabu acknowledged the importance of HIV testing in public health, but cautioned that making it compulsory infringes upon individuals' rights to privacy, autonomy, and informed consent. He warned that such a policy could inadvertently fuel stigma and discrimination, potentially deterring vulnerable populations, including women, adolescents, and marginalized communities from accessing essential healthcare services. Dr. Mwabu urged policymakers to align with international best practices, specifically those outlined by the World Health Organization, WHO, and UNAIDS, which advocate for voluntary testing accompanied by appropriate counseling. He emphasized the need to strengthen health systems to ensure the delivery of confidential, respectful, and non-judgmental services.
Where we understand the importance of identifying and treating HIV infection, we are concerned that mandatory testing may infringe upon individuals' right to autonomy, privacy, and informed consent. As MKZ, we advocate for a balanced approach that prioritizes both public health and human rights. We recommend scaling up voluntary HIV testing and counseling services, ensuring informed consent, and providing support for those who test positive.
You are watching and listening to Sun FM Midday News. We take a break, and when we return, we have more in sports news.
Keeping the pension promise. Public service pension. Feeling advanced to secure the future of our members, even after retirement and leading normal life. Keeping the pension promise.
Public Service Pensions Fund, reaching you in all 10 provinces of Zambia. PSPF, keeping the pension promise.
And finally, in sports news, the race for the 2025-2026 Golden Boot in the Zambia Premier League ZPL Eden University Women's Super League is heating up, with 4 players currently tied at the top of the scoring chart. Kamfisa Blue Eagles Queen striker Namakau Mwangala is facing stiff competition as she seeks to dethrone reigning top scorer Penelope Mulumbwa. After 3 rounds of play, Mwangala has netted 3 goals, placing her among the early contenders for the coveted award. Joining her in the lead are Ngosa Chabwe of Indeni Roses, Tendai Sani of ZISD, and Ruth Muwowo from Amazing Grace, each with 3 goals to their name by the close of round 3. Sun, a prolific Malawan forward, continues to impress with her clinical finishing, while Chabwe and Muwowo have shown consistency in front of goal. Trailing closely behind are 6 players who have each scored twice: Ruth Ngoma, Zanako Ladies, Natasha Nanyangwe, Green Buffaloes, Ruth Chinyama, Trident Queens, Chisola Ngandu, Konkola Blade Queens, Rachel Mono, Green Eagles Women, and Harriet Matipa, Yasa Queens. Their performances keep them within striking distance of the top spot. Meanwhile, last season's Golden Boot winner, Penelope Mulumbwa, is yet to begin her domestic campaign, having been engaged in Zescondola Girls' participation in the CAF Women's Champions League COSAFA qualifiers, where she scored twice. Mulumbwa also found the net during the 2025-2026 league curtain raiser, the curling black label Samuel Nglovu Charity Shield, despite her team's 3-2 defeat to Green Buffaloes. Mulumbwa was named 2024-2025 Zambian Premier League ZPL Eden University Women Super League top scorer with an impressive response of 35 goals to her name, last term that included 7 goals in a single game. And on that sporting item ends our news, but before we go, a recap of the stories making headlines. Former Secretary to the Treasury Fredson Yamba and former Foreign Affairs Minister Joseph Malanji have been sentenced to 3 and 4 years imprisonment with hard labor, respectively. The Patriotic Front PF Tonse Alliance has raised concerns over the alleged marginalization of small-scale miners, commonly known as Jerabos, by the New Dawn government. The Medical for Quality Healthcare in Zambia has expressed concern regarding the government's recent decision to implement mandatory HIV testing for all individuals seeking medical care. And lastly, in sports, the race for the 2025-2026 Golden Boot in the Zambian Premier League Eden University Women's Super League is heating up, with 4 players currently tied at the top of the scoring chart. Thank you for watching and listening. On behalf of the entire news crew and production team, my name is Mwema Shanshima. Good afternoon and stay tuned to Sun FM TV.
88.5 Sun FM.
The Midday News on Sun FM was brought to you by the Public Service Pensions Fund, PSPF. Remember to send hi to our WhatsApp line 0770-627-391 to register your account and access all pension services anytime, anywhere. PSPF, keeping the pension promise.
Keeping the pension promise. Public service pension. Till I wanted to secure the future of our members, even after retirement and lead a normal life. Keeping the pension promise.
Public Service Pensions Fund, reaching you in all 10 provinces of Zambia. PSPF, keeping the pension promise.
Time is power. Our lives are powered by the sun. As the sun rises, so do we. It's time to power your life and say goodbye to blackouts with a new Topstar solar solution, the H50 hybrid system. Enjoy a safe and reliable solar solution at home or your business with the Topstar hybrid inverter, lithium battery, and 550-watt solar panels. Experience a peace of mind with reduced electricity bills, long warranty of up to 5 years with free installation. For more information, call or WhatsApp now on 0779 04 2000, 0779 04 2000, or visit our Facebook page at Topstar. Also, pay us a visit at our head office next to Arcade Shopping Mall. Topstar Solar. Power your life.
Sun Sports TV is now available countrywide.
Oh, yes!
Available countrywide. Channel 94 on Topstar decoders.
That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
Jump on the basic or classic bouquet on Topstar. Sun Sports TV, the home of all sports. Channel 94 on Topstar decoders. Available countrywide. Available countrywide.